My name is Sönke Albers. I was a Dean of Research at KLU for the first 6 years, and I'm now serving as a regular full professor in marketing and innovation. When I started, I found an empty desk, an empty chair, and that was it, the room. And we started on one floor in a business building close to nowadays the Spiegel headquarter. And yes, you had to come up with everything. So I needed to get my stuff there, my books and my material. I needed to get a computer from the university and things like that. So it was like in a startup in the very first year, I should say, yeah. I was approached by some consultants of the Kühne Foundation and Kühne himself, and they were looking for someone with some experience in operating universities. I had some experience in running universities, but I could not offer them that I was a logistician. However, my dissertation was on airline crew scheduling, so that was something that is, of course, in the logistics area, so that they could consider me as a half logistician. Of course, changing from a public university or state university to a private one is always something risky. But I was already early on in my career infected by the viruses of private universities. I was a first professor at the WHU, which is a private business school. I was, during my sabbaticals, often in the US, spending several weeks or months there, and also in Australia. All these universities were private universities, so that I was familiar with the life there. The challenge, of course, is to get other professors for a private university, and not everybody had the same background like me, and therefore convincing others for a private university was a difficult undertaking. My approach was first to set up certain structures for the university. We adopted the system of assistant, associate and full professor as it is usual in the international context. Of course, the reputation was not there, but the prospecting professors were at least aware that we want to achieve that, and that the structures of the university would allow that. And that was more or less how I tried to convince them. During the first years, we hired professors who were rather young, compared at least to me. And it was interesting for me to see that they had a very different approach in stuffing their offices. So in my office, you will find large shelves with books and other stuff from an analogous world, while the young colleagues only stuffed the office with a very small sideboard, having only a few books and something else. And they were truly connected to the digital world and had everything on their computer. That was quite a difference for me, but this is, of course, the new era which you will find at KLU. We were reviewed by a group of, I think, 12 people. And then we already got some kind of feedback from them, and from the feedback it was clear that we would get the right to grant doctorates. But it is not their decision. The decision is done by all the ministers of science and education of the various states of Germany, and an equal number of professors at state universities. And then on a Monday they came up with a decision. They gave a call to our president, and then we could celebrate the whole thing. A university should stay ahead and should develop all over the time. So we have achieved this momentum of quality, and in order to use this momentum, I think we still need to grow. And my wish for the KLU is that it will double its size in the next 10 years.